While Tom's proven he can do rom-coms, he is also a master of on-screen transformations.
Ball players! I haven't got ball players, I've got girls!
I get to be sort of a lout in this.
A lout, an oaf, a boor, a dissipated, drunken sot. I usually have to come in and be, unleash this kind of charm monster that I carry along in a cage wherever I go, and be likable and witty. Instead, I got to be everything that they never ever let me do.
Mark.
E.T. was on the A League of Their Own set with Tom in Evansville, Indiana back in 1991. He packed on about 30 pounds to play boozy baseball manager Jimmy Dugan.
I ate a lot of barbecued pork ribs, and we made our trips to the Dairy Queen.
What was the toughest thing about this job for you, shooting the whole movie?
Taking the weight off when it was all over. That was hard. I got fat.
But Tom managed to shed the weight, plus 26 extra pounds for his dramatic turn in 1993's Philadelphia.
Now, you're a good lawyer, Andy.
I'm an excellent lawyer.
They put me on a very, very specific diet, a regimen, and exercise program for 4 or 5 months. Every day they've brought me my food. And if I hadn't been, say, quite so heavy from the League of Their Own era, I might not have had to work so hard, but that's what duty called for. I had no hair. They'd shaved my head for the wigs and all the different looks that we'd had to have.
His transformation into Andrew Beckett, a gay lawyer diagnosed with AIDS, was more than skin deep.
And the Oscar goes to Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
I know that I'm standing there honestly because so many gay men have died of AIDS since 1976. All we're doing is throwing light on the injustices that are going on right now. Good God, we need more of that in the movies.
1 year later, Tom became the second actor in history to win back-to-back, picking up the lead actor Oscar for Forrest Gump.
That's all I have to say about that.
Houston, we have a problem.
Tom's also taken on many real-life roles, channeling Jim Lovell in Apollo 13, Captain Sully Sullenberger, even Mr. Rogers.
Won't you be my neighbor?
But one of the most extreme roles was Castaway. He had to cut weight again, more than 50 pounds, and the pressure was intense.
It's tough to do drive-through with the kids, though, because the car's filled with, smell of cheeseburgers and French fries.
That's right. No Krispy Kremes.
Ain't an easy thing to get through.
Coming up,
Reach for the sky.
Tom's Toy Story legacy.
It's the hardest work I've ever done as an actor.
Behind the scenes of the $3 billion franchise, plus details on a 5th movie in the works.
My daughter, who was in her 30s, burst into tears because she realized that some version of her dad is going to be at Disneyland for the rest of eternity.
I want to see all my friends at once.
Free at freestylelibre.us.
Howdy, my name is Woody, and this is Andy's room. That's all I wanted to say.
You've got a friend.
I've heard all these actors say, oh, it's fun, it's great, because you just get to play and da-da-da. It's the hardest work I've ever done as an actor. It's horrible. If you think acting as you're driving home from space is tough to do, try to sit there and pretend to be a talking puppet for 6 hours.
This is Andy we're talking about.
Woody is so volatile, he yells a lot.
You glow in the dark.
My vocal cords would be in shreds after a while. I made movies where I'd carried guys through the jungle, for weeks at a time, and I've never been as tired as I am right now.
Hey, what did I tell you earlier? No one is getting replaced. If I was going to be put in a real-life version of this movie, I'd be Woody. There's no question about it.
27 animators and 61 other filmmakers agonized over the tale of lost toys for 4 years before it was finally released in theaters. It kicked off a $3 billion plus franchise that sold more than $9 billion more in merch.
It is a profoundly moving and special experience. Every time I've just slapped my head and said, I can't believe I'm a part of this.
The Toy Story saga will continue with a 5th installment in development now, but of course, Woody and the rest of the gang will always have a home at the happiest place on Earth.
We were at Disneyland, and there was Buzz and Woody as well. And my daughter, who was in her 30s, burst into tears because she realized that some version of her dad is going to be at Disneyland for the rest of eternity. That's a powerful thing.
Still ahead.
We married the right people.
That's right.
What you never knew about their 35-year Hollywood marriage. and how they first met.
This cheerleader was so cute, she knocked me out. And then I married her.
Plus the Hanks family business.
So Tom Hanks is your dad? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Tom and Rita's 4 kids all following in their Hollywood footsteps.
Is there a dream project you would like to have in which the entire family could collaborate?
That's a good question.
I want to see all my friends at once.
We married the right people.
That's right.
I knew something was cooking there right from the very beginning.
So, Cindy, what else do you do?
Oh, well, like Henry said in his tape, the usual stuff.
Tom and Rita first met in 1981 on the set of Tom's sitcom Bosom Buddies. But it turns out Tom had his eyes on her long before that.
I did an episode of the Brady Bunch.
Tell me 1,
2, tell me, who are you? The Bears.
3, 4, tell me who's going to score. The Bears. I was watching on a Friday night where this cheerleader was so cute, she knocked me out. And then I married her.
E.T. sat down with Tom just days before he and Rita tied the knot in 1988.
Probably be the same kind of husband as I was a boyfriend, and I thought I was a pretty good boyfriend, so I guess I make a pretty good husband.
Tom and Rita have gone on to partner as producers too, bringing 8 projects to audiences. Their biggest surprise hit? My Big Fat Greek Wedding. As the daughter of Greek immigrants, Rita couldn't resist.
When are you and Tom going to get married? You have 2 more weeks and then get rid of him.
I'm even better than a Greek boy, because I'm a non-Greek who had the good sense to marry a Greek.
I think what Tom's leaving out is that he actually picked up a table in his mouth and danced around with it.
Actually, it was a chair. I did pick up a chair with my teeth.
It was a table.
Was it a table?
Yes, it was.
That's how much fun we were having.
It was a table.
The couple has supported each other through sickness and in health. In 2015, Rita was diagnosed with breast cancer and underwent a double mastectomy.
I would say that we got closer, if it's even possible to say that.
Today, she's cancer-free. And in April, Tom and Rita celebrated their 36th wedding anniversary.
I'm totally the luckiest one in the world, right?
And everybody should be so lucky with their lover.
Today, the Hanks are a family of 6. All 4 of Tom's kids are Nepo babies, including Elizabeth and Colin from his first marriage. From an early age, they were dad's shadows on set.
Would you ever want your kids to be actors?
If they want to go off and try to be better than their old man, that'd be fine.
Elizabeth, who's now a 42-year-old writer, was the first to foray into the family business, making a cameo in 1994's Forrest Gump.
Otto. It was your father's name.
You remember?
Youngest son, Truman, made his film debut in the 2022 tearjerker A Man Called Otto, playing a younger version of his dad.
The director wanted Truman in the movie. It was really like adamant that he wanted somebody that looked like Tom.
Right.
And so he saw a picture of him and it was like, that guy.
We do resemble each other a lot.
So Tom Hanks is your dad? Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, I want some answers.
46-year-old Colin got his first major role in the sci-fi series Roswell in 1999. Now he's an Emmy-nominated actor with over 6 credits to his name.
I was a PA on Apollo 13, and that was my first credit. When it came time for me to actually decide what I was going to do in college, I said, okay, well, you know, did a lot of theater in high school and stuff like that, so I think I'll give that a shot. It worked out, thank goodness.
Chet might be the most controversial of the Hanks clan, but after struggles with addiction, he's more than a year sober.
For me, it took like something drastic happening, like becoming a father, for me to make the change.
Your parents, how have they supported you through your sobriety?
By doing just that, just by being supportive.
Is there a dream project you would like to have in which the entire family could collaborate?
No, because I don't want it to be work. I'd like to, you know, I'd like to take a camping trip across the country all together.
Great.